Hello everyone. Today we'll have a small presentation on introductions to marketing and sales. I hope everybody understands the differences between marketing and sales. Marketing is to create needs, demand. Sales is to actually fulfill that demand and in response to a transaction where money is involved. So foundation of marketing. So what are we going to discuss today? Exactly what is marketing? The history of marketing, the theories thereof, the various schools of thought, the types of marketing. And what is marketing once more? Yes, definitely yes. Marketing is the crux which drives a corporation, which drives the Fortune 500 companies. The definition thereof, the basic concepts, and the marketing management piece. So, marketing management, we exactly understand by advertising or promotion. Is it selling? We need to understand. Remember, selling is only a minute fraction of marketing. Selling is just a small fraction. Marketing versus selling. Marketing happens throughout the lifespan before the product is being launched, after the product has been purchased, and thereafter in between. Marketing continuously to happen, but selling only when the product, there's a transaction, when the product has been purchased or the service has been gained and money has been paid is selling. So selling is only a part. Before the product launch, marketing has begun. During the product launch, marketing was there. After the product launch, there was there. Marketing was there. During the selling process, the marketing exchange, product marketing was there. Post selling, post purchase, marketing is still there. Marketing versus promotion. Now, this is where which we need to go about it. The new theories is what the promotion needs to be continued before the launch, during the launch, in transit, and during the purchase. Post purchase promotions are continuing. Promotion needs to be continued, wherein you got to attract the customers with new launches of the product, the upgraded version of the product that is being available to the market. Paradigm and power shift in marketing. In late 80s and present, what happened? The seller is at his mercy of the customer. Now, this was it all about it. The buyer has the power, and there was this something called a confidence gap. The buyer has the money, the seller has the product, but the seller is at the mercy of the customers. So then comes the entrepreneurial boom. Increased technology, increased competition, increased information, and abundance of choices, as the case might be. That is what identical marketing messages have come across. Increased resistance, longer buyer cycle, and price competition product as a commodity. This is what is happening as of today. This is where the purchaser, the buyer has all the power with the information, with the resources, with the money that he has it. And there is a confidence gap, and we need to go about it. And we need to bridge those gaps with technology, competition, information, be it entrepreneurial growth, whatever the resistance are all about it. But what happened before 1980s? Before 1980s, it was the seller which has the power. The seller was the ruling the roost, and the buyer was at the mercy. Why? Because there was no competition at all. There were absolutely fewer choices, lowest of low technology, no education, low information, low resistance, easier to make a decision, and probably able to thrust the product onto the consumers, onto the buyers per se. So, how was it at the beginning? Marketing as an economic activity is a subset discipline of economics. Market concepts is institution, function, product, managerial, and environmental perspective are restricted to economic behavior of people. No marketing of places, no marketing of ideas, no marketing of choices, as the case might be, and that is what was happening every now and then. The initiator of the marketing activities, if we may say so, was to be understood in terms of activities, programs that the marketers believed in. The customers was at the mercy of the market. The marketers were the influencer. They were able to manipulate opinions and have a control market behavior. That was the marketing skills and the organization that goes around here. Now we have to come up with different school of thought which has influenced marketing of late. Remember, now it has to be understood as value is more than the goods, value of the product. Now we have a shirt. a garment that we're going to purchase, there are a shirt which is have available for $2.99, and then there are shirts available for $29.99, 99 cents, $29.99. See the difference is 10 times the cost, and the money is 10 times, but the product is just a shirt. Now why is happening so? Because it is perceived value is more for $29.99 than the shirt which is costing $2.99. The exchange value is, instead of pure economic exchange, so we are talking about value, behavioral perspective and economic perspective. This is the voice of power, voice of customer, the black box, the behavioral perspective, the ascribed value, the perceived value by the customer, micro marketing, macro or societal perspective, plus the short term or the long term profit, as the case might be. Consumerism, developing and protecting the rights of the consumer, deceptive advertising, high pressure sales tactics, customer satisfaction. System approach, integration of supply and demand factors into holistic network. Buyer behavior, behavioral theories of buying, as the case might be, and it has changes its root. Behavioral organization, behavioral aspects of channel member, power, conflict, commitment. We are talking about nothing but relationship management. And last but not the least would be strategic planning, balance of power, issues between external, internal, environmental factors that has been marked by Boston Consulting Group matrix, the G9 matrix, as the case might be. So you look the variety of thoughts that have changed or probably reshaped the marketing perspective altogether. Marketing school of thoughts, managerial school of, we have Philip Kotler, the late Philip Kotler. We spoke about 4 P's. Probably now it has come to 5, 7, and 8 P's, if I may say so. Philip Kotler propounded the theories of price, promotion, place, and product as the 4 P's for foundation P's, and then the latest another additional four P's have been added upon. What are we trying to study? We are trying to study consumer, the buyer behavior schools, the social exchange schools focuses on exchanges as the fundamental concepts of marketing, as the case might be. Emerson Cook. The goal of marketing is to facilitate exchange from the buyers and the suppliers, the marketers, in lieu of money. So requirement for exchange is to have two or more parties, the buyers or the suppliers, so the vendors or the purchaser, then product, two or more parties voluntarily involved. Parties have to have unsatisfied need, wants, which the other party can fulfill, and they have something of exchange in terms of value, in terms of money, in terms of anything that the other party desires. This is what the other party desires or wants, is all about it. Means of communication and delivery, and this is how you need to make it known to everybody what is available with you, what are the resources that you are ready to cater. Requirement for marketing exchange is nothing but a marketplace, a medium of exchange, the money that we're talking about it, the specialization of labor, if it is that unique skills that has been brought about it, it is the service that you are going to sell around, marketing management and coordination. Marketing is the whole business seen from a point of view of its final result, that is from the customer's point of view, as stated by none other than the management guru Peter Drucker. I repeat, marketing is the whole business seen from a point of view of its final result. Remember, the final point of view is always the customer's point of view. Marketing is research, marketing is identifying value, the real need that the product or service addresses. Knowing everything about your customers, your partners, talk about them as your partners. Communicating, assessing yourself and your competition, building relationships, and gaining profit. This is what is marketing. Marketing is a big gamut thing. I repeat, it is not only an activity which involves promotion. I repeat, it is a research. It's a thorough studying of what you are actually transacting, the value that you are creating, and probably people are addressing. Knowing everything what has been required by your customer, communicating them personally on a mass scale, on an individual scale, addressing yourself, addressing your competition, and in the process making something of value, some profit for yourself. Some definition of marketing is to create, to promote, and to deliver goods and services to consumers and businesses. Marketing is an organizational function and a set of process for creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers and for managing customer relationships in ways that benefit organization and its stakeholders. That is what American Marketing Association is all about it. Marketing is management process that identifies, anticipate, satisfy customers' requirement profitably. That is what we look forward to. Marketing management is a process that identifies, anticipates, satisfies customer requirement, profitability. This is what is most important. Profitably. That is what was stated by Chartered Institute of Marketing. Philip Kotler, way back in 1980, stated marketing is a human activity directed at satisfying human needs and wants through an exchange of process. Marketing is a social managerial process by which individual, perhaps groups, obtain what they want and need to creating, offering and exchanging products of values with others. Stated 1991 by Kotler. Marketing is a process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion, distribution of ideas, goods, and services to create exchange that satisfies individual and organizational objectives. That is what stated by Marketing Management Association of America. So, what are we looking into it? We are trying to find out the scope. I will reiterate the fact the scope is plentiful for marketing is unlimited, be it places, properties, organization, information, ideas. We are not to mention what about goods, services, experiences, events, person, everything is marketing. Look at what we are talking around here. The President of America, Barack Obama, standing in front of the statue of a Superman, posing as one. Marketing. What we are looking, a sense of invisibility during his campaigning status. Look what we are talking about goods in terms what have been branded out here. It's not only goods, it's not only services. We are selling marketing experiences, events, and persons also. I have given you an example of persons out here in this photograph. So yes, the scope is immense for marketing. A simple marketing system is all about communication, is all about information. Remember, communication has been gone forward and information has been gathered or sought. In between is a transaction that comes around with the goods and the money in lieu of the money. So this is industry and this is market which happens with it. There has to be a constant communication and information exchanges between the industry and the market, which ultimate aim is for the transaction of money in lieu of goods and services. There is a need. The state of felt deprivation, including physical, social, and individual needs, is what we look forward. Create. If there is no need, create one. Maslow's hierarchy of needs are right from physiological safety, social esteem, and self-actualization needs, right from the basic needs to the complex needs, as the case might be. This is want wherein there is a car. It's the world cheapest car, Tata Nano. The world most expensive car that comes around here is the Mercedes if you want to go around it. And look, there is a conglomerate where everybody is actually using the transport. Now, believe me, I have given an example of transport of the cheapest and the most expensive car, along with the various modes of transport that people engage into it. Remember, transportation is a basic necessity of modern stage life for sustenance. Wants forms a human need takes as shaped by culture, as shaped by individual personality, needs, and want fulfillment are fulfilled through a marketing offer, some combination of product, services, information, or experiences offered to market to satisfy a need or want. If it is to be said so, and this is what happens around it, that is what marketing offer. Marketing myopia, sellers pay more attention to a specific product. They offer them to benefit and experience the product by the which has been produced. They focus on the wants and lose sight of the needs. This is marketing mafia, wherein the sellers is going to sell whatever they have in their vicinity, or they are producing within their own resources. But then they are not paying the attention towards the requirement of the customer, the specificity of the customer, the individualized needs of the customer thereby, and that is the fallacy that comes around it. So exactly what is a market? Market is all about actual potentials of buyers for a product, for anything that has to be consumed. There are people that can share the need or wants that can be satisfied with an exchange need. So we have a fully processed plant descriptions out here. Where is the generation and supply, transmission and distribution of the customer? We are talking about electricity out here. We are producing electricity with the help of fossil fuels probably, and that is what generation supplies goes around it, being transmitted, regulated, and end consumer purchases it. And then we have there's something called a wholesaler or retailer, where there is a wholesaler probably bulk products purchased and then been supposedly retailed out to the customers. You have a pic showing the retailer versions where they have a small quantity which they want to sell off. So remember, what is a demand? Demand is nothing but wants and your power, your purchasing power, which when added up comes to demand. So if you have, you have to create wants or create buying power. If you have the power but there is no wants, then you have to create wants. If you have the product but there is no power, buying power, then you have to reduce the cost. Probably ensure that there is a demand. Ultimately, a company survives on profitability on the bottom line. If there is no demand, it has to be created through wants or through buyer sensitizations of buyers per se, power thereby. So the marketing mix is a conventional views of product, price, distribution, and place promotion. This is the marketing mix consisting of four component. Generally acknowledge that this is too narrow for today's scenario. Now it has to include services. It has to include processes, technology, delivery time, and you name it, we have it. Marketers today are focused virtually on every aspect of a firm's operation. They have to potentially build a relationship with the customers for a long years sustenance, as the case might be. The marketing mix, if we say about the product, you look at the variation, the differentiation, the innovations, and the elimination of product that goes around it. The price, we're talking about cost recovery pricing, penetrative pricing, price skimming, as the case might be. The place is all about distribution channel, direct sales, indirect sales, e-commerce, online sales too. Promotions is all about individual communication, mass communication, brand management, and corporate identity, as the case might be. I have said everything about product, price, place, and promotion. These were the four P's that we discussed. Now, allow me to give me another four P's for you to understand the eight P's that we were talking about in terms of preparedness, personal, packaging, and people. So yes, 4 plus 4, it has become 8. Way back in 1950s, it was just product, price, promotion, and place. But now you have to be sustaining. You need to be prepared for changes, for dynamic situation, for personal ability of interacting with the customers, for packaging and people, thereby your customer is the focus. But this is not enough. This is absolutely not enough. We need to have four more C's, as in customer solution, customer cost, customer convenience, and communication with customers, as been stated by Philip Kotler. Again, I repeat, customer solution, customer cost, customer convenience, communication with customers is what we are looking into it. Allow me to differentiate between the selling concepts and the marketing concept. To begin with, selling concept, company relies on sales talent, the talent force that it has, may result in high pressure selling tactics. Makes more sense when the product are hard to understand. Business concentrate on the ways of selling the product. Numerous sales techniques such as closing, probing, qualifying are used, and the sales department an exalted position in company's organizational structure. Other promotional techniques like advertising, sales promotion are taken intensively. Packaging and labeling is used for promotion purpose more than the product. Pricing is usually based on comparison with the competitors, called competitors indexing, and this is most important. Now this is all about sales, but what happens in marketing concept late, it was way late in 1960s and early 1970s that this concept actually took shape. Extensive use of marketing research, broad product line, emphasis on product benefits to customer rather than on product, use of product innovations technique, the offering of ancillary services like credit availability, delivery, installation and warranties managed. To wind up this presentation is to have an orientation, and the focus is, let's look at the production, the orientation, how to make it cheaper, the focus will how to make it cheaper. In terms of sales, how more can we sell it more aggressive. In terms of marketing, what the customer needs, what are the customer wants, can we fulfill it. Societal, what do customer want and need, and how can we benefit the society and make a good quality of life for all of us. With this, I come to an end of this presentation. Thank you for watching this video till the very end.